It's a strategy that some domestic violence experts say hasn't received enough resources, looking to treat the source of the problem. And while the Walla Walla Post Office reopened its doors after an investigation into a gasoline leak in the area, the Marcus Whitman Hotel still hasn't been able to welcome new guests.
And chilly conditions continue today with some wind and AM showers. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Wednesday.
Midweek.
Midweek.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. It's all, in a good way, downhill towards the weekend.
Excellent.
So,
yes.
Looking forward to that. And some great football coming this weekend. The Seahawks are back, so that's good. Cougs are playing at home and Huskies playing Oregon. Ooh. A lot of good stuff
going on.
Absolutely. So good morning to you, Jill.
Good
morning to you. Let's take a look outside. Let me get you ready for your Wednesday. And we have some AM showers, some heavy showers at times rumbled through overnight tonight, or last night, excuse me. And as we're moving along in the morning, we expect more shower activity starting to form right near Yakima, Toppenish, Prosser areas. And we expect most of our areas to see some more shower activity this morning. By our afternoon, we're going to start to see it waning, and then we'll be seeing clearer conditions as we head into our evening, Thursday, and our Friday. So take a look at our daily planner. We have off and on showers for Yakima, highs even just a touch cooler than we saw yesterday in the lower 60s. Mid to lower 60s, your high for the Tri-Cities area. And again, we're going to see some better conditions as we get to our late afternoon, early evening. And again, off and on showers for Walla Walla as well. Kind of what we saw yesterday and overnight, but they will be slowing down. We also have some windy conditions for the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. Those will slow down into our evening as well. So cool temperatures continue, mostly AM rain, and that partial eclipse is on the way Saturday morning. I'll get you ready for all of that in my first alert weather forecast coming up, but right now we're going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. A man has been arrested and charged in the death of a baby in Kennewick. 41-year-old Timothy Barnett has been charged with manslaughter in the death of a 2-month-old child. Kennewick police and first responders were called to the 4300 block of West Hood Avenue for reports that an infant had stopped breathing in September 2021. Despite life-saving efforts, the baby was pronounced dead at the scene. Through an investigation, authorities say enough evidence was found to file charges against Barnett. He was arrested October 9th on charges of first-degree manslaughter. He is currently at the Benton County Jail on over $1 million bond. Experts say the first priority in most domestic violence cases is to make sure victims and survivors are able to get away from abusive situations and find themselves a safe place. But the Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition is attempting to approach the problem from a different angle, making sure the treatment for abusers is working. Domestic violence intervention treatment has seen widespread use in order to treat perpetrators of domestic violence and is reportedly around 74% effective. But only 4 organizations in Yakima County offer that treatment, and advocates say that the resources available aren't enough to meet demand for the program.
Hopefully today at the training that we've had about the domestic violence intervention treatment that we'll be able to expand on that, and we'll be able to identify some other providers in town that will be able to provide this to our communities.
Later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear from a man who says he's living proof that the program works. The owner of Classic Towing in Pasco has been arrested after Pasco police conducted a search warrant on the company. On October 5th, owner Jesse Lopez was arrested for allegations of criminal impersonation, extortion, and theft. Pasco police say if anyone has done business with Classic Towing and believe they may have been a victim, to contact Detective Taylor at the number on your screen. The Walla Walla Post Office is officially open again after being closed for nearly 3 weeks. The closure came after a gasoline leak was found in the basement of the Marcus Whitman Hotel in Walla Walla. But the hotel itself still hasn't been able to open its doors. The Marcus Whitman Hotel has been closed since September 14th, meaning the staple for tourism, conferences, and events in downtown Walla Walla has been losing out on potential revenue. Executive Director of Visit Walla Walla, Guy Glasher, says the closure has also affected the day-to-day commute for local residents.
The last few weeks, we've seen about a 15% drop in hotel occupancy. which is about right on for what the Marcus Whitman is in terms of our overall capacity. So it has definitely affected our hotel rooms.
Glasher says the city has worked to adjust the situation, moving events and conferences to other places within the city, saying the 3-week closure has just been a minor disruption. The hotel is expected to open back up tomorrow. Yakima Valley College has received a $1 million grant from the National Science Foundation designed to support STEM students from low-income backgrounds over the next 6 years. According to YVC officials, the funding will go toward the college's new Scientist Training 2 program, as well as providing students with research opportunities, field trips, and other resources. About $600,000 has been set aside for scholarships meant to enable at least 60 low-income students to complete their degree.
Having access to a scholarship worth up to $10,000 is often enough to help cover all of their expenses that were not being met by other means.
Building off of the college's previous new scientist training program in 2016, the funding helps provide scholarships for low-income and first-generation students. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
All right, folks, we're slowly waking up on this Wednesday morning. Welcome to midweek. We have more showers this morning, more wind to talk about, and those cool temperatures continue. I'll get you ready for all of that in this weekend's partial eclipse coming up.
And the Kraken took to the ice against the Vegas Golden Knights last night for their first game of the NHL season. And we'll have highlights from T-Mobile Arena in Vegas when we come back.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in the course of their lifetime. At Speck Family Dealerships, we're continuing the fight against breast cancer with the 5th annual Drive for a Cure campaign. During October, purchase any vehicle at one of our 5 Speck locations and we'll donate the cost of a mammogram to the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. Together, we can keep fighting this ugly disease until one day we have a cure. Visit SpeckDealerships.com for more information.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Hi, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less?
Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire.
No, definitely not.
No.
Let's get you those tires.
Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Join the fun at this year's Free Fall Festival, October 12th and 14th. 2 days of free fun, movie night at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco, and fun and games at Volunteer Park. Brought to you by Gisa Credit Union, Lord's Health, and Pasco Parks and Recreation.
This how we starting it off?
I don't want you to be mad.
Cut it off!
It's gotta be intimidating. Civilians don't have to play Jeopardy with a detective.
Especially when you're guilty.
Celebrity Jeopardy! New tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
It's a Saturday showdown in Seattle as the Oregon Ducks blow into Husky Stadium to battle Washington. The Ducks, the Huskies, their final regular season Pac-12 meeting ever. Watch Saturday at 12:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Join me Thursday at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar for our Golden Bachelor watch party. Awesome food and drinks, great giveaways, and Tri-City's own Faith Martin competing for the Golden Bachelor.
From Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar, Active for Life, and Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Well, last night was opening day for the NHL, and the Seattle Kraken kicked off their season hoping to spoil the Golden Knights of Las Vegas Stanley Cup celebration. But the defending champs would be able to strike early, putting up 2 goals in the first period before stretching their lead to 3 in the second. Seattle's Jared McCann would manage to get the Kraken on the board in the second, now scoring in 3 consecutive season openers. And a scary moment for Kraken fans as Brandon Tanev would go down after a major penalty from Brett Howden. He would leave the game and not return. One final goal for the Golden Knights on an empty net would ice the game for Vegas, and the Kraken would fall in their first game of the 23-24 campaign 4-1. Well, 5 new sports are being considered for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games, which will be played in Los Angeles. The LA 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Organization Committee has proposed flag football, softball, baseball, lacrosse, squash, and cricket. Flag football and squash have never been part of Olympic competition. Cricket has appeared at the Olympics once previously in the 1900 Olympics in Paris. Lacrosse appeared at the Olympics in 1904 in St. Louis, Missouri, and in 1908 in London. Baseball was introduced as a medal event at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, Spain, with softball being added in 1996 in Atlanta. The International Olympics Committee's executive board will review the sports in Mumbai, India on October 16th. Olympic gold medalist Mary Lou Retton is fighting a rare form of pneumonia and is currently hospitalized. Her daughter reported on social media the retired gymnast is battling for her life. She asked for prayers and donations to help with her mother's medical bills. Retton is currently in intensive care at a Texas hospital, and her daughter says her mother cannot breathe on her own. Retton captured America's hearts during the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. She won the women's all-around at the Summer Games when she was just 16 years old. Retton was inducted in the International Gymnastics Hall of Fame in 1997. She is 55 now and has 4 children, and we wish her the very best. Coming up, climate change is having a major effect on key crops produced in the Mid-Columbia that could change your choice of alcoholic beverages. And folks, I'll get you ready for your Wednesday. I'm going to have a sneak peek at that partial eclipse coming on Saturday morning. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Watch me. Watch me jump, dive, and splash. Put me by a pool, I'll be soaked in a flash. A girl in the water to swim like a fish. Just 2 simple legs, that was my wish. I'm a sea turtle, shark, a seal on a slide. This is my day of fun, with nothing to hide. Watch me. Pioneers in orthotic and prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
For 25 years, you have chosen Smart Law as your legal team. Times may change, but our commitment to you remains the same. We believe everyone has the right to exceptional legal representation. From all of us at Smart Law, we thank you for your trust and will continue to serve and fight for our clients and their loved ones. Smart Law, smart choice.
Join the fun at this year's Free Fall Festival, October 12th and 14th. 2 days of free fun, movie night at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco, and fun and games at Volunteer Park. Brought to you by Giza Credit Union, Lourdes Health, and Pasco Parks and Recreation.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your Halloween headquarters.
If you've been considering updating your kitchen or bath countertops, be sure to attend the Costless Carpet Annual Slab Sale. This Saturday, Costless Carpet designers and fabricators will be on site. Every in-stock slab is on sale, with select slabs marked down up to 50%. Choose from a huge selection of quartz, marble, and granite slabs. Fabricators will only be on site this Saturday from 9 to 5. So write in your plans and drawings for instant savings. Find your nearest Costless Carpet at costlesscarpet.com.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A little bit of folks out there on the highway, thanks to our Skycam at Giesa Stadium in Pasco. We do have some shower activity to talk about now. It's just barely to the east of Yakima and Toppenish and the Ellensburg areas. This could fill in a little bit more, but we do expect more shower activity for most of our areas this morning. Also, Prosser seeing one of the heavier cells that we've seen so far, and pretty much for the blues, it has moved along. But again, folks, all of our areas are going to see more shower activity. Here's what we're looking at as we move into the 7 o'clock hour. We could see a very heavy cell come through the mid-Columbia. So that'll be a little bit extra rain than we've been seeing with the light rain we saw yesterday. And that will be moving on pretty much to the east and to the south, still a little bit along the Blue Mountain region. It looks like it's going to stick in the Blue Mountains just a little bit longer. But as we get to our evening hours, it's going to become less and less. Then finally, we're going to be looking at nice conditions as we head into Thursday and into Friday. Now, the problem is we look to see plenty of cloud coverage even in the morning hours for Saturday, and that's when we expect that partial eclipse. I'm going to get to that in a bit, but hopefully it clears up in time for us to be able to see it. So temperatures right now, lower 50s, upper 40s, a little cooler than we saw yesterday at this time, but staying pretty much where we have been with the cloud coverage keeping some of the heat in. We are seeing winds picking up, 16-mile-per-hour winds for Toppenish, mid to lower teens. We expect these winds to continue as we head into our early afternoon. Then the winds will start to taper off. We could even see winds up to 20 miles per hour, so quite blustery as we kind of say goodbye to the wind. Or goodbye to the showers this morning. So folks, we have an annular solar eclipse coming on Saturday morning. Now, what does that mean? It's not a total eclipse where the moon doesn't completely cover the sun, but it will cause a ring of fire. So it's kind of a special eclipse. We'll have a total eclipse for Texas, Midwest, and the East Coast as we get to 2024 in April. But this is coming on Saturday. So many of our areas are going to be in that 70 to 80% coverage, and that means we're going to be seeing a partial eclipse. If you want to see the full eclipse, go to areas like Bend or Eugene, and that is where it's going to be a total eclipse. And the timing for it, 9:20 will be in Eugene, so it's going to be in the early mornings of, well, not the early mornings, but also we have these glasses. Actually, we don't have these glasses. Circle K has these glasses. You are not going to want to look at a partial eclipse, even a partial eclipse, with no protection. So make sure you have these goggles. They do sell them at Circle K at the register. So take care if you do want to check it out. So we are looking at highs today, lower 60s, upper 50s, and we're just about a couple degrees cooler than we were yesterday. Mid to lower 60s for the mid-Columbia, and mid to lower 60s, actually lower 60s to upper 50s for the blues, a little cooler than expected. 7-day forecast, and we do expect to see a little bit warmer conditions as we head into our weekend. And again, the eclipse, the partial eclipse, will be happening on Saturday morning. We hope to see it clearing, but we're looking at plenty of cloud coverage so far, and the same holds for Saturday for the Tri-Cities. But folks, we're in the mid to lower 60s through tomorrow. Then we're going to warm up to the mid to upper 60s by our weekend. A lot going on. Those AM showers should come to an end early in the afternoon.
Hops are one of the main crops produced in the Yakima Valley, and beer is one of the world's most widely consumed beverages. But as the world gets hotter, it may not taste the same. Hops are a key ingredient in brewing beer, and the Global Change Research Institute says hops in major beer-producing countries are ripening earlier and producing less since 1994. For the IPA lovers of the world, that means they are starting to lose their critical bitter component. Researchers say it's only going to get worse. The heat could lead brewers to work with different flavor profiles from other types of hops. According to the study, scorching temperatures have already shifted the start of hop growing season by 13 days from 1970 to 2018. These earlier harvests could make it more difficult for hop growers to schedule harvesting and processing operations. A new report shows a phenomenon linked to climate change can strain the mental health of young people. A report from environmental advocacy group Eco America and the American Psychiatric Association points to the extreme heat, poor air quality, and natural disasters. The study shows they can make young people worry about the future and give them PTSD. It says they also might cause issues like anxiety, depression, aggression, and more. According to the researchers, disasters can be harder on young people if they have yet to develop coping skills. You can find some of an analysis of existing research results. The findings come from an analysis of existing research results. Agriculture and livestock are major industries in our area, and Washington researchers are now investigating the avian flu virus in order to make sure the animals are protected. It usually only affects birds, but several harbor seals in the Puget Sound recently tested positive for the disease. And since it's affecting seals, researchers want to find out if other mammals could be affected. The University of Washington School of Medicine and Public Health are working to find out if the latest bird flu strain poses a risk to humans. In this video and interview courtesy of UW Medicine, University of Washington professor Dr. Peter Rabinowitz says although the chances are low that a person in Washington state would contract the disease, it's still best to take precautions.
It's really an unprecedented outbreak. The number of countries involved, the number of different types of animals involved, both birds and mammals, is something we've absolutely never seen before.
The original H5N1 virus was discovered in domestic birds in 1996. Outbreaks of bird flu have become much more frequent since the discovery, and your pets could help spread the disease if you're not careful. The Washington State Department of Health reports that this strain of avian flu has been found in birds throughout the United States since 2022. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a Missouri man attempted to break a Guinness World Record on Monday for longest ride by pumpkin boat.
Having contact with
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams.
Look at you. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Bruks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruksnightguard.com and order yours today.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
A Missouri man is looking to squash a world record. Steve Cuney paddled in a giant homegrown pumpkin about 38.5 miles down the Missouri River on Monday. It weighed nearly 1,300 pounds.
He's part of a group called Paddle KC. They say it set a new Guinness World Record for longest ride by pumpkin boat. Is there a category for that?
Apparently so.
They're just waiting for the paperwork to make it official. The previous Guinness World Record was held by a Nebraska man who last year paddled down the Missouri 37.5 miles in an 846-pound pumpkin.
That would take quite a bit of work to carve that out.
Yes, it would. Maybe an oar. The oar that would be something. So, and congratulations, Mr. Cooney. You're a Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm sure someone will attempt to break that next year.
Yeah, it's a prestigious record, obviously. Yes. Let's take a look outside, everyone. Let me get you ready for some wetness, some windy conditions. I'll also prepare you for that partial eclipse for our areas coming Saturday. That's coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Republican representatives are expected to vote on a new Speaker of the House today, and 2 lawmakers have emerged as the early favorites. Plus, GOP Representative George Santos now faces 10 additional charges after another indictment was handed down yesterday.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok has been hit with a lawsuit accused of getting children hooked on its algorithm. The state of Utah alleges that TikTok has an addictive nature that harms kids, baiting them into unhealthy use of the app. In response to the lawsuit, TikTok says it has industry-leading safeguards for young people. Next, X, formerly known as Twitter, is now offering users a new control that limits replies to only verified accounts. It's for all accounts, not just for users who pay for X Premium. The goal is to cut down on spam bots. And get ready for a change of plan if you've been a longtime T-Mobile customer. The carrier is forcing customers with older, unlimited plans to change to current options. Also, their monthly bills will go up. Notices go out next week. The change kicks in next month. You know, I once had an interview at T-Mobile. When I asked what the job entailed, they said, sell phones. Those are your Tech Bites.
My name is Josh Sanabria, and I'm the owner at Isla Veterinary Boutique Hospital. I was 5-6 years of age, and I knew I was going to be a vet. Once Alexandra called me to let me know that Bank of America had approved my loan, it was important to me.
We not only just provide the financing piece, we do everything that we can to surround them with the right people.
All you need is a perfect, amazing team that will guide you through the right steps to be successful, and that's what Bank of America was for me.
Stanley Steamer is proud to clean over 1 million homes across America every year. With custom-made vans and cleaning equipment, our professional cleaning technicians have the knowledge and skills to get your home cleaner and healthier. Get the best for your home. Schedule a cleaning with your local Stanley Steamer today.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
Republican House representatives are expected to vote to determine the Speaker despite a likely deadlock. And Congressman George Santos faces additional criminal charges after a federal indictment was filed yesterday.
And chilly conditions continue today with some winds and AM showers. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to midweek. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Jason.
Oh, we have another lottery tonight.
We do.
The 1.7 something?
It keeps on rising.
It keeps on rising. Have you bought your tickets?
I have not. I have not bought my ticket at all this round.
All right.
No.
I bought my tickets yesterday.
Okay.
Very excited.
Maybe you'll be the one.
That would be wonderful. I could be exclusive for Apple Valley News Now. It'd be very exciting.
We would all be very excited.
Let's have an interview with the winner.
Yeah.
And then I could talk to myself.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Hope one of you win up there. Let's take a look outside. And we do have a little bit of shower activity throughout our areas, especially going through the Prosser area right now. We do expect more shower activity for most of our areas, if not all of our areas this morning. So still starting to bubble up from the west and from the Pacific. And again, a little bit of heavier cells in Prosser, and we're just to the east of Yakima and Toppenish areas. Light rain there. These rains should continue to move to the east into the mid-Columbia and eventually into the lovely Blue Mountain region. So off and on showers again today, just like we saw yesterday. And again, a little bit of heavier cells this morning. Highs are a couple degrees off of yesterday. So pretty much we're mostly in the lower 60s today. Could see a quick sun break, just like yesterday for the Tri-Cities. Other than that, get ready for winds as well. This morning we're seeing double-digit winds. Could see winds up to 20 miles per hour. Those will slow down with those rains into our overnight period into tomorrow. So a lot going on today. So cool temperatures continue, mostly AM rain. And hey, we have a partial eclipse coming Saturday. I'll get into all of that in my first alert weather forecast. But for right now, going to send it back to Jill.
Students on campus at the University of Washington gathered yesterday to mourn the loss of graduate Dr. Haim Katzman, who was killed in the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Rabbi Mendel Weingarten, who works on campus with Hasidic Jewish movement Chabad, says that the Jewish community is relying on each other during this difficult time.
The Jewish people were very close-knit. We're very united. We say Am Yisrael Chai. We're around, we've been around, we'll continue to be around. And that close connection hits home when there's a challenge like this.
A government shutdown is still looming, causing a lot of uncertainty for federal workers in our area. Israel is at war and Congress is largely unable to help. House Republicans say they hope to change that by electing a new House Speaker today. First on the agenda is a proposed rule change. It would ensure a candidate has enough support to take the gavel before a floor vote. After that, Republicans hope to pick a new speaker. Two men are vying for the job as a government shutdown looms. Representative Jim Jordan proposes a long-term stopgap funding bill with spending cuts. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise says he wants to get Senate Democrats to negotiate. It's unclear if either candidate has enough support to get elected. Federal prosecutors are accusing Congressman George Santos of stealing the identities of donors and running up thousands of dollars in fraudulent charges on their credit cards. The New York Republican pleaded not guilty to 13 federal charges in May. A fresh round of charges in a superseding indictment on Tuesday effectively replaces the earlier case against Santos. Now there are 10 new charges. They include allegations he embezzled cash from his company and conspired with his former campaign treasurer to falsify donation totals to hit fundraising targets set by national Republicans. The indictment is wider in scope and provides new details about Santos' alleged efforts to personally profit through his campaign. Pressed by a reporter Tuesday on whether he should resign, Santos said he will not. The new charges come days after Nancy Marks, his treasurer during the 2022 campaign, pleaded guilty to a count of conspiracy to defraud the U.S. by committing one or more federal offenses. A recent government report found that U.S. law enforcement has been running facial recognition searches without the proper training. According to September's Government Accountability Office report, multiple agencies within the Justice Department and Homeland Security didn't require staffers to be trained before using the controversial technology. Researchers studied facial recognition use at 6 U.S. agencies from October 2019 until March 2022. During that time, 95%, or a total of 60,000 searches, were conducted without proper training. Experts warned that not guiding staffers on how to use AI technology could lead to errors resulting in discrimination. The GAO report says both the Homeland Security and Justice Departments are now developing facial recognition policies to address potential civil rights issues. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at your forecast.
We have morning showers today, windy conditions in places, and changes coming as we head into Thursday and Friday. Let me get you ready for all of that. My first alert weather forecast on this Wednesday morning coming up.
While the government continues to tout the growth of the U.S. economy, small business owners across the nation are failing to see the positives.
Give me some cities that you think are growing the fastest.
Growing the fastest. I'm going to say Austin.
Yes!
Next Live, Lisa Edelstein. What do I win?
My adoration.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Looking for a cozy fall event for your entire family? Queensgate Gardens in Richland has a perfect one for you. Featuring a corn and hay bale maze, a dump truck slide, pumpkin archery and painting, and more. Come visit us at Queensgate Gardens for a seasonal memory you'll never forget.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one and done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
It's a threat facing every family. A sudden fire breaking out in your kitchen, then spreading uncontrollably. This morning on GMA, 4 moms put to the test battling a kitchen fire.
Oh my gosh.
What you see and learn this morning on GMA could help save your family.
It's fall in Northeast Washington. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Well, among the mixed signals from the economy, small business owners are feeling pessimistic about their short-term prospects. A survey in the National Federation of Independent Business is seeing a downturn in mood for small business owners. In September, small business owners reportedly struggled through high inflation and a labor shortage. The NFIB Small Business Optimism Index gauges moods among 582 small firms. The index fell 0.5 point in September to 90.8. It's the 21st straight month below a nearly 50-year average of 98. The amount of firms expecting better business conditions dropped 43% as well. According to the survey, owners feel like they must raise prices to stay afloat. For those of us that still use snail mail from time to time, the cost of a first-class forever stamp could see an increase in 2024. The U.S. Postal Service proposed a 2-cent increase from 66 to 68 cents next year. Prices for special service products would also rise, like certified mail, P.O. box rental fees, money orders, and mailed item insurance costs. The price changes still need to be reviewed by the Postal Regulatory Commission. If approved, the new prices could go into effect January 21st. Well, a Washington nurse has filed a lawsuit against her health insurance company after they refused to cover a prescription medication used to treat obesity. Medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro have grown in popularity in recent months, but they are not FDA approved for weight loss. On the flip side, a similar medication, Wegovy, is. Doctors can prescribe these medications off-label to help patients dealing with obesity, but the treatment can cost hundreds of dollars per dose in out-of-pocket expenses. Now a nurse is suing the Washington State Health Care Authority, her insurance provider, because it's refusing to pay for the medication her doctor prescribed to treat her obesity. Her lawyers say the insurance provider doesn't pay for any obesity prescription medications, claiming discrimination since Washington considers obesity a type of disability. Coming up for today's superintendent sit-down, our Riley Fitzgerald returns with Michelle Whitney, superintendent of Pasco School District, about major goals for this school year. And folks, I'll return with a look at your first alert weather forecast. Stick with us, I'll get you ready for your Wednesday and that partial eclipse coming Saturday. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
Sleep Shop and Furniture has expanded. To celebrate, all living room furniture is up to 35% off. A queen-size gel mattress for only $399 on hand with immediate delivery. Up to 18 months same as cash and no credit financing available. Quality furniture, affordable prices.
Hi, Mo. I need your help. My humans were run off the road by a car that drove off. What should we do? The law says you have 72 hours to report it to law enforcement to make a claim on their insurance, so have them go do a police report? Thanks, Mo. You're the best, hon. I'll give Brumback and Autumn a call. That way, I can come see you.
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always, Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. We've made it to midweek. Hope you had a great Tuesday, and still more shower activity throughout our areas this morning. We're seeing a bit of heavy cells rumbling through Prosser, has been for the last half hour. We have showers in the vicinity of Yakima, Toppenish, Ellensburg areas, still not really getting into those regions. And as we move along in our morning, we are going to see some off and on shower activity. So do be ready for that in Yakima and in the Tri-Cities. Again, we're going to be seeing things start to dry up as we move along into the next couple of days. So do get ready for that. Let's take a look at our futurecast. And as we're moving along in our morning, we expect more shower activity to continue to get into our areas. And that yellow in the Tri-Cities and Mid-Columbia, that's a little bit of heavier cells. So just keep an eye out for a little bit of heavier rain. And as we move into our afternoon, more of the showers will start to be moving south. The blues looks to be continually seeing some shower activity into our early evening hours. Then we're going to start to see things break up. So much nicer conditions are on the way overnight and into Thursday and Friday. So we're going to get a little bit of break from the showers. Could see showers return, slight chance for our weekend. Current temperatures will remaining cooler than yesterday. Lower 50s, upper 40s. Still not terribly cool this morning, but you're definitely going to want a bit of a coat with the wind action out there, making things very chilly. We've seen winds start to die down in Yakima, Toppenish. We still see winds continuing in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, at least portions of it. Expect to see 10 to 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, especially in the Mid-Columbia and Blues, until we get to our early afternoon. Then things will be settling down. So we have a partial eclipse for our areas coming, and if you head down to Bend or Eugene, Oregon, you'll see the full thing. It is an annular eclipse. What does that mean? Well, it's not a total eclipse. So the moon is just covering up much of the sun, but we get that ring of fire. Now, our next total eclipse will be in 2024, next April, but that will be in Texas, the Midwest, and the East Coast. So this is our best chance of an eclipse anytime soon. So the eclipse path is going to be through Eugene, Bend, and then move to the south. It's even going through Roswell, New Mexico. That might be a fun place to watch it. Our areas, at least most of them, will be 70 to 80% partial eclipse. So the timing of it is going to be in the 9 a.m. hour on Saturday. Now, unfortunately, we're seeing quite a bit of cloud coverage expected. So if the sun does come out and we get a partial eclipse, you're still going to want to be protected. So there are glasses to be purchased. Circle K has them at their register. And just make sure, if you're looking at the eclipse, make sure you have protection. So should be quite the show. Hopefully the clouds get out of the area. So looking at our highs today, we're in those lower 60s to upper 50s for all of our regions, a couple of degrees cooler than we saw just yesterday. And we're going to stay in these mid to lower 60s or even upper 60s into our weekend. A little bit of warmer conditions are on the way. Speaking of which, 7-day forecast, 65 tomorrow, then mid to upper 60s into our weekend and our next work week. More shower activity could be starting Saturday with that morning eclipse. Hopefully we do see it in the Tri-Cities area, upper 60s into our weekend as well. So folks, today we're seeing those AM showers coming to an end by the early afternoon, maybe sticking around a little longer for the Blues, and do get ready for some windy conditions as well.
Thank you, Jason. We are sending it over to Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald with the Superintendent Sit Down.
Good morning, Jill. We're sitting down with superintendents as we continue to kick off this school year. We're asking what the most important things are to school districts and what problems education systems are facing. In this edition of the Superintendent Sit Down, today we hear from Pasco School District Superintendent Michelle Whitney.
What would you say some big goals are for this school year?
Well, we have lots of exciting things happening in Pasco. We just opened a brand new facility, our Digital Learning Center, which was really a focus for us as we continued to evolve through the pandemic. we recognized that the IPAL program we had in advance of the pandemic wasn't going to be enough to serve our families and communities. So we were able to purchase a building with ESSER funds and do remodeling, which allowed us to expand our digital learning opportunities for families and to also add a health service center so that we continue to keep our eye on mitigation strategies and requirements for COVID, but also it gives us a centralized location for our school nurses and our health focus that's always existed even pre-pandemic in Pasco. The big celebration for our community was the groundbreaking of the new high school. So that planning and preparation and moving those plans forward is a real focus for us this year. We want to do all of those pieces in a way that's in partnership with our community. So we've been engaging our community around naming the schools. We had hundreds of names given to the district through an electronic platform that we're using for the first time called Thought Exchange. And we chose that platform specifically because of the interactive nature of the platform. It's not just a survey, but it can be a two-way dialogue between the survey and our community. So we really would deeply understand what our community wants in terms of a name. And that's all with a committee right now who are vetting those names up against our policy and preparing to bring that to the board in October. We're also right in the middle of continuing our plans for our small innovative high school or our career and college academy, both designing the building in collaboration with stakeholders, but also designing the program. And we're very excited about this potential of the school. It'll be a pathway-based school focused on technology, engineering, manufacturing, but also human and health services. So the idea is a student can go through this 4 years in this pathway-based program and have this continuum of options in, for example, human and health services, where they maybe are prepared to go to a 2-year, 4-year university or beyond around being a doctor or a physical therapist, but it also might be using their bilingualism with some certificate training they get while they're with us to be a medical translator, for example. So we want that whole continuum to be available to our students through this school. So lots of great things happening, which on the surface seems like facilities, but for us it's much deeper than that. The building is the building, but it's really about the program that we offer in our buildings that meet our students where they are and leverage their hopes and dreams for themselves after their time with us.
And this is just a piece of my long conversation with Superintendent Whitney. You can find the extended version on our website or on our YouTube channel, Apple Valley News Now. Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we sit down with Superintendent Pete Peterson with the Kiona-Benton School District. Catch us here tomorrow. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. When we come back, a herd of sheep in Othello is getting a lot of attention after drone footage catches the massive herd forming captivating patterns during their crossing.
We've always been a little crazy, but Legends Casino Hotel is going batshit crazy in October, where you could win $10,000. It's spooky simple. Just use your Legends rewards card when playing your favorite slot machine. If your name is called at our Thursday night drawings, play our batshit crazy game and transform $2,000 into $10,000. It's not a Halloween hallucination. Win $10,000 and go batshit crazy with us. Only at Legends Casino Hotel. Boo!
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org TriCities.com/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
Join the fun at this year's Free Fall Festival, October 12th and 14th. 2 days of free fun, movie night at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco, and fun and games at Volunteer Park. Brought to you by Gisa Credit Union, Lord's Health, and Pasco Parks and Recreation.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. With our personal approach, Spencer Carlson makes it so easy for you to enjoy the shopping and design experience. You'll love the process as much as you'll love the results. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighty, Accident Injury Lawyers.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. Watch tonight.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's head closer to home. Taking a little while to warm up on this Wednesday morning, and we're seeing more shower activity throughout our area. So off and on AM showers, and we're seeing chilly conditions continue. 59 for Ellensburg, pretty much where we were yesterday. A little bit cooler for the Yakima Valley. Lower 60s today, 58 for Natchez. Over in the mid-Columbia, right in those lower 60s, a couple mid-60s in there. And as we head over to the Blue Mountain region, we are staying chilly. 60 in Boardman, but Athena at 55. We do expect the showers and the windy conditions to slow down by our late afternoon hours. A much nicer Thursday and Friday is on the way, but more cloud coverage expected, unfortunately, Saturday with that partial eclipse. I'll have more in my full forecast coming up.
Well, for the next minute or so, don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes or you'll miss the massive herd of sheep crossing the road. CNN's Jeannie Mose has a bird's eye view.
Don't even try counting sheep. There are too many of them. Swirling beneath the drone, recording them in Othello, Washington. A couple of men on utility vehicles herded the sheep while another guy strung plastic fencing across the highway. How did the sheep cross the road? Following each other like sheep, naturally. It felt like something out of Rawhide.
Rollin', 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 keep them doggies rollin'.
Speeded up, it was weirdly mesmerizing and oddly reminiscent of cow art by a Kansas character who calls himself Farmer Derek. Derek drove around, strategically dropping feed for the cows so that the drone overhead captured them forming a smiley face.
Look at this, it's perfect!
Look at that! Of course, there's always one that sticks out.
Baba Black Sheep.
Only the black sheep of this story was actually a white sheep that stood out by leaping across the road. This sheep has nothing to be sheepish about. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
She's right, that is oddly mesmerizing to watch them in formation.
It is. It's a lot like bees and their swarming ability. Jeannie Mose never saw a pun she didn't like.
That is very true.
Yes. All right, quick look outside. Let me get you ready for your Wednesday. We got more rain, we got more wind coming up.
Plus, domestic violence experts are hoping to shed some light on an effective treatment for abusers. They're hoping will lead to more resources to stop domestic violence at the source.